Alright, my Z Wars, we are back here on the channel, and today, yes, we got some news to go over from Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So let's put that up here. Before we get into this video any further, my Z Wars, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. But also, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel where we share our love and passion for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and just things Dragon Ball. Now with that said, here we go. Yes, finally, some great news coming from DBS's Hyped X feed in regards to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So what we're gonna do is go over the latest, drop our 2 Zenny, and then at the end give our conclusion. So first up, we got this scan. Now this was released about 11 hours ago as of the recording of this video. Let's have a quick look here. And actually, you know what? Let's actually get in a little bit closer because we can do that. We have the technology, we have the means. Let's put that up here. So it's a little blurry, but again, it's just going over the upcoming DLC content. Some new shots here. Loving it. And you see immediately some new cutscenes that we're going to be seeing there when we go through the new story. Of course, we see Gohan with his glasses. I hope that we get to experience the Dragon Ball Super movie here, but regardless, we're here to go over the latest for the upcoming DLC here and some images that we've seen already. And I believe, and I said this in the last video, I hope there's just not a lot of like these cutscenes and just a lot more fights, because the last DLC had a lot more of just sort of cutscenes and skipped out on some fights that I think we should have gone over. So I hope they kind of take that away in this DLC and let us fight all the fights here. But I'm looking forward to this. Some great shots here. Now let's take this out here. So again, there's that. But the main meat of this video is the 2 new trailers we got. So let's go to that right now. And here you go. So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot DLC 6 Goku versus Goten. That is oh, let's go. Let's put that up here. Just let it play.
Peggy 12.
Oh, that is so fire. That was absolute fire. A lot to kind of go over there, but I'm so glad they showcased the ground combat, because from the last DLC they introduced the ground combat, and it's one of my favorite aspects so far of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot as a whole. And I kind of want to expand that a little bit later, but going over this we're not going to play it, but we're just going to play it here and kind of go over here. So one thing we first noticed, GOTEN, excuse me, we got GOTEN, not only kid GOTEN, teen GOTEN. Immediately one of the first things I noticed is he's all grown up, and this is actually going to be really awesome, especially for you GOTEN fans. But the other interesting thing I see here, and we're going to play this while it's kind of volume up here, is the level. Goku's at 114. And it seems like GOTEN is one of the battles, like he's kind of like a boss battle at this point, because he goes through that super armor phase. And again, loving the crispness of the actual ground combat here that they have. And I'm glad they kind of brought that back here and kept it there. And we knew that there was going to be ground combat because of the tournament, but outside of that, it's great to see kind of this going on. I want to see a mixture of both, so I'm going to expand on that right now. It would be nice to see that if you had an attack sequence, whatever that may be, where you launch him up in the air, and then both of you, and there's a cutscene, and then both of you get launched in the air. And then the same, if you want to continue to ground on the ground, you kind of smash him down there, give him a little hammer smash to the ground, and then boom, you're on the ground. Now, of course, we have the return of the red ring there, and that's kind of the one thing I didn't like about the introduction of the ground combat, was the red ring, meaning that you just have a certain area. It's not a lot. You can get to the edge there pretty quick, but we can see here, and this animation, oh, that's fire. That is absolute fire. Let's see that again. So he waited to surge. Oof. Love that. He's looking good. Goku definitely is looking good here in his new gi. But looking forward to this. Again, 114. So is this kind of near the end? I'm not sure if this answered one of the questions I had. Since this is kind of the last part of Z, and we've already gone through the story of Z, are we starting from zero like any other DLC that we've gotten? And anything that we've gotten in the main story of Z, we can't carry over here? Not sure how that's going to work, because at this point, we're a Super Saiyan God, right? We have all the transformations at our disposal, but are they going to make us work for this again? I love the beam struggle. Love the beam struggle, but this was a great trailer here. So we're going to close that, because that's not the only thing that we got today. This is all just today. This is absolutely insane. So it did say there at the end, expand this again. And we covered this, of course, in the last video, February 24. So that's this month already. But the second trailer we got today, yes, Z-Warriors, we got two trailers. Here it is. Look what it says right here. DBZ Kakarot DLC 6 new preview, release date February 21. So that is actually next Wednesday as recording this video. That is insane. So we're going to go over this and then also drop our two Zenny on this. So let's expand this. Make sure the volume's up. Here we go.
That must mean you're excited.
Don't worry, I'll help you out, Grandpa.
I'm sure you'll whip me into shape.
It's hard to believe our little Pan is entering the same tournament we all met at 10 years ago.
The World Tournament has a certain energy to it. I'm getting pumped.
Don't forget, Kakarot. You and I still have a score to settle.
Okay, I'll show you what I've got.
What's going on here? How can a toddler be this strong? I ain't got a bad feeling about this.
I'm not a toddler. It's time to end this.
This is unreal.
Look at that power.
Come on, I know you're better than this. You know you can go all out, right? I want to see what you can do.
What's the deal with this guy? Why does he seem so excited?
Hey, once you're finished with all your training, why don't you and I have another match so we can test the limits of your power? Thoughts like that make me happy. It helps keep me motivated. Yes! I'm so excited I can hardly take it!
And there we go. Let's go. Oh.
You're late, Kakarot.
Oh! I didn't see that. I didn't play the video in its entirety. That is... Whoa, 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 whoa. That is... Okay, so first thing, February 21st. Again, let's go. But I did not see this. It looks like we're going to get one major fight with Vegeta here. What all started with the two of them. That looks
You're
so...
late, Kakarot.
Oh, let's go. All right, all right, all right. This is fire. So we're going to go over this again. So I love how they were showing off the previous DLCs. They were great. Some stories. Their final episode in Season Pass 2. Goku's Next Journey. So yeah, we're going to spend some time there with Pan. And also, it showed that we're going to actually be able to take control of her. So, man, there's Goku again just beating up his grandchild. Like, seriously, Goku? Bro. Yeah, the cutscenes look great. They've always looked great. But I just hope there's not a lot of it. And, again, a little bit more focus on just battles. So here's where we get to control Pan. So that's going to be pretty cool. Which makes sense. Again, it's all ground combat. So, yeah, I love her surge animation. So good, so good. And now, of course, we have another look-see at the final fight here between Goku and Oob. I wonder how many phases there are being. I'm probably going to be guessing 3, but we'll have to see. But it's just looking so good. So good and crisp. Oof. Road to become the strongest continues on. Love how it just goes through all the story arcs. Love how Goku said this is what keeps him motivated to keep getting stronger. February 21. And then we get this little nugget. We get one final fight there with Vegeta. That is actually pretty awesome. I can't... That looks so good. That looks so good. That looks so good. So, February 24th, and that was a lot to go over in terms of news. We had nothing for weeks, and all of a sudden, boom, scans, boom, a trailer, boom, another trailer with the reveal date of February 21st. So, super excited for this, my Z Warriors. Definitely going to play this and have our playthrough here uploaded on the channel. And of course, we're going to drop our 2 cents on what we think. Now, as I mentioned before, when I was thinking about the combat system, I wish there was that mix of both ground and air, where a cutscene would split the two, and you can launch your opponent up in the air, you go up in the air, you slam them down to the ground, you go to the ground. I hope they kind of expand on that and kind of do that in the future. And hopefully, of course, we're hoping that this is not the last DLC. We want more. Especially in the way that they've been able to pull off the last DLC, including this with the new ground combat, and now exploring the end of Z. So I wonder how long this one's going to be. Again, I hope it's not just long because of cutscenes, of just kind of those talking moments where you just go to Goku's house and talk to Chi-Chi, go to Gohan's house and talk to Gohan, Videl, and Pan. But it looks like we're going to have some adventures with Pan. And then also, at some point, be able to take control of Pan herself. I wonder who else, because in the last one, we were able to control Tenshinhan. Here, it's going to be Pan. We're going to have to see. And I'm thinking this fight between Goku and Vegeta is going to be right before the fight between Oob, so that he can then right there go ahead and launch. So, away with and train with Oob. So... super excited. My viewers, let me know in the comments below if you're going to be playing this day 1. And of course, there's a lot of Dragon Ball news, and of course, there was that sparking news. We're going to actually do another video on that. But we wanted to cover this because, as I've mentioned before, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is one of my favorite games, or the favorite game so far in all the Dragon Ball Z games that I've played, just because of how they've treated the story, the combat, everything. It just feels really good. And again, we're excited for this, and we hope it does really good so that we get more DLCs. So hit that like button one more time, My Z Wars, if you haven't already. And of course, subscribe here to our YouTube channel, where we cover, again, as much as Dragon Ball Z Kakarot news as we can, especially when we get this excited. And we will see you in the next video.